And welcome back to another episode of Why We're Fans. It's your hosts, as always, Gennaro and Duran Munez. Duran, how's it going, man?
Good, man. I have a question for you right off the bat. How are you feeling about these NFC versus AFC conferences? I feel like coming into the year, it was all about the AFC, Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, Jets. But hey, I think the big dogs are really taking over. Niners, Cowboys, Eagles. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm loving it, man. I love it. I love seeing the NFC do good, especially out there. My team's doing solid. Your team's doing solid. Good defense behind it. Can't say too much about the AFC. Speaking of which, we got an AFC fan of the formerly known as LA, formerly known as Oakland, now known as the Las Vegas Raiders. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Aaron Woods with us.
Welcome, Aaron.
Appreciate you guys having me, man.
Good. How
Yes.
you feeling about AFC versus NFC? Represent for the AFC.
To be honest, obviously AFC or really was kind of like more of the powerhouse. And the NFC, was kind of on like the little bro. But like you said, it's kind of switched right now, especially at the beginning of this year. It's early, but the best thing is as a Raider fan, like as long as we win and every other AFC team loses, I'm cool with that. That
Yeah.
better opportunity to make the playoffs. So
Y'all need to start following up your old model. Just win, baby. Al Davis would be ashamed, man.
we got the win over the Broncos, first little tight one. Then we went into the Bills, and it just looked actually like the first drive. I was like, okay, and then it was
Uh,
like
then,
more
then you
like
saw Jimmy that, a lot of the Niners fans hated him with happy feet.
yeah.
Hated seeing that just because, man, like I never wish ill upon anybody that leads the Niners, but I'm just like, damn, dude, like get your mind out of your, get your mind off the ass and get your ass in the game.
Well, I think that was a real Raider move to pick him up. Anyways, it's like, come on, man. I think that was a nice little draft class for quarterbacks. So you could have got somebody fresh and new, even if they didn't come in and start right away. You could have for sure had a future. Um, and then it's like, well, there's available quarterbacks or free agents, and it's like, I don't mind Jimmy, but it's like you gonna cash it. And then he didn't even clear the little physical things.
Damn,
So I'm like,
man. Speaking of free agent quarterbacks, y'all bought one to your front office with Tom Brady too. Shit,
man, we have
isn't that weird? The whole he created the Tuck roll versus y'all and
exactly. I
part
mean,
owner.
I think it's more of like we understand. Like, look, I'm a Tom Brady fan.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
probably all my other Raider fans out there, they Tom Brady hater, Patriots hater, but it's like I give a respect when respect's due. Yeah, we got robbed. Everybody they created the rule. I'm still salty 20 years later, but it's like, but it's he's shit. Ever since he got in, he ain't stopped. And the craziest thing is he left his team, which he had hella Super Bowls, and then went to another team and won a Super Bowl. Like, I don't think that people understand, like, winning a Super Bowl is hard as hell. But
Hell yeah.
when the next year jumping to another team and winning, like, that's crazy.
But
Yep.
winning a game is hard as hell. That's why they call it any given Sunday.
At some
But
point, you got to respect it. Tom Brady, man, he all he did was put in work.
speaking of respect, let's give respect to you, man. Shout out yourself, man. Where we can find you, what you're working on, what you got going on. I see the sign behind you, man. Tell us what it's all about, bruh.
Yeah. Just grind time. Grind time is the gym I own over here in Beaverton, Oregon. Yes, sir. That boy got one of the originals right there.
Yes, sir.
That was the original right there.
OG.
But yeah, man. Just trying to climb through the COVID shutdowns and lockdowns. Still kind of feeling those residual effects from that. Probably as any other gym or business. Um, Making some moves, trying to expand. Not necessarily like a bigger facility, just a better one. More efficient one. I've been blessed to been able to train some NFL athletes, few Niners, now Patriots.
Seen
So
that. Yep.
kind of contradicting to my Raiders, but you know what I mean. So yeah, over the years, I've trained. One of the main guys is Kendrick right here, Kendrick Bourne. He was a Niner. Now he's a Patriot. He brought Quan Alexander, so I trained him
Oh,
for
hell yeah.
during COVID. Um, and then that next year, he brought Debo. So Debo came out and trained. for
That's
a
what's
few
up.
weeks. We have a couple local guys that are current. So I mean, it's just man, it's just trying to trying to make it happen, man. Trying to do something that takes me away from me wanting to still play football. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, man. Those who can't do teach. And I've seen you play. I was telling around earlier when I thought I was good enough to play, SRJC football, you were a starter. I was like the third, fourth string. I was gray shirting, everything like that, man. My boy was fucking returning punts and everything like that. He's killing it out there, man. And I see you, man, your TikToks and everything like that, man. You're still lifting the whole house, bro. You're
Yeah,
still
I mean, I just trying to stay competitive, man. You know what I mean? It's just
still
that's
got
kind
the
of
competitive itch, bro. Never
yeah,
leaves.
exactly. And I don't know. A lot of people like, oh, why? I don't got to lift all that weight. I don't play no more. I'm like, yeah, all right. That's why your body hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I just turned 37, and I'm one of the strongest in the world in powerlifting. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm gonna lift until these wheels fall off, and then
Yep.
shit,
Hell
Yep. I
yeah.
seen it,
air in the
man.
back and put that bitch on there. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. So where can everybody find you? Like on Twitter, TikTok? What's your handle
Shit, I
or
don't know
X?
if I'm on the Twitter like that, but the I got the Instagram is at grind underscore time underscore fit underscore. Um, what is my TikTok? Hold on, let me see. I don't be doing all the social media stuff, man, but I'm on there though. See, I gotta pay somebody to do it.
Shit, there you go.
Really, what it is, you just gotta pay somebody to do it if you don't do it. TikTok is grind underscore time underscore fit. So we
Got
out
it.
here.
And we'll put
Man,
all those links below so you guys can just click on through and follow Grind Time.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
make sure you click on it because fuck, man, it's motivation, man. Seeing this guy lift the house and shit. But yeah, man. All right, let's get down to it. So we want to know, you being a Raider fan, how did it all start?
I mean, probably just like any other Raider fan, you don't choose to be a Raider fan. You're born into it. You know what I'm saying? All my family's from like North Oakland, South Berkeley area. So I mean, they grew up Raider fans, and I mean, it's just my dad's a Raider fan, all his side of the family, and shit. That's all I knew. You know what I mean? And it was crazy because Raiders were, solid. In the late '90s. Um, and so it was like, and we won a few Super Bowls, so it was like, got a lot of heritage with being a Raider fan, but that shit kind of fell off the last decade, man.
Shit. How many generations of fans are there?
I mean, actually, it's crazy because my girl, I met her in like Sacramento area, um, and her whole family is like diehard Raider fans. So it all worked out. You know what I'm saying?
Merged.
Hell yeah. There you go.
Her dad does like auto body detailing with cars, and he has this big old like Raider truck that's like spray paint, like all the detailed. So it was kind of a good fit. So all her side of the family is Raider fans. She got a couple cousins that are Niners. Um, but then I mean, all my family is Raider fans. My dad, shit, my uncles, all them.
Who's the biggest fan in the family? Is it your girl?
I mean, I would say I would probably have to say my girl's dad. You know,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
OG.
he's like I said, his truck, it's everywhere in Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? It's like that Woodland, Sacramento area. It's rated out, skulls, everything. You feel me? We we be watching Raider games. See, me, it's crazy though. Like, I really don't watch that much football. You feel me? Like, I've
Mhm.
never been like a sports watching kind of person, which is weird because that's all my life is revolved. I love sports. I love breaking down coverages, routes, concepts. I love talking about football, but I never really watched that much sports. You know what I mean? Like if it's on for sure, if the Raiders are playing, I'm watching. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But how everybody be like, oh, it's Sunday night football, Monday night football,
Mhm.
Thursday night. I'm like, all right, if it's on, I'm locked in. But yeah, if the Raiders are playing, I'll for sure watch.
There you go. Do you remember your first Raiders jersey?
It was a Tim Brown jersey.
There we
Tim Brown.
go.
I used to tape my
Your fingers.
like that. I used to tape
Yeah.
my, actually, I still do it though.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I wear gloves during games, but like I'll tape all like if you see my fingers without gloves on or my hands without gloves, you'll see the tape, and that's a tribute to Tim Brown and me jamming probably every single joint in my fingers. So
Do you
Was it
remember
a
the brand of the jersey? Was it a starter, a
I think it was a
Reebok?
starter. It was a starter. I mean, I really
Yeah.
only had. I mean, I know I had a starter jacket. I had a starter Raider jacket. Shit, I had a starter Hornets and Magic and Bulls, but starter Raider and then jersey.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think only starter and Reebok had the jerseys back then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one year where like it was like I don't know, I think like early 90s where like one year they had like Puma. That shit was weird.
They had
Yeah.
Puma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had Puma
Like
for a year or two.
Yeah, it was fucking
that's
whack.
disgusting.
That's because they were trying to go for the
Puma.
biggest paycheck.
Hey, hey, my bad. I take that back. Puma, if you want to slide and play
Yeah.
something, shit, I'm rocking Puma all day, boy.
Yeah.
Off top.
I see
Do you
I see
remember
all
the
your jerseys and stuff back there. Do you have a holy grail item? Is it one of the guys you train, or is it like a piece of memorabilia you have from as a kid?
I mean, all of these are. I mean, these are. That one's my jersey that I played in the
Okay.
CFL. That's one
Mm,
of my guys that played at UW. A young cat, number 21. He was at that was the Poly Bull. He's at Cal. Actually, he just transferred to Hawaii. This is James Dockery. He went to Oregon State and then played for the
mm,
Panthers. That's Kendrick. I got my guy right there, Julian Good Jones. He plays for he was up in Canada and now he's with Philly right now. I got
Okay.
my boy Bill Tuoloma. He was a Timbers player, and then he got traded to the I think North Carolina team. I still need Quan. You know, if you get your ear on this little podcast, man, I need my still need my jersey. So I got a couple jerseys out there that still need to put up. I got to put them in frames though.
You're
yeah,
building. I like it.
Let's see.
yeah, it's all
And then
good,
I
man. You
got a,
finally do the thing.
Niner helmet right there. Actually, you probably like this. Hold on, let me grab it. This is a game Niner jersey by Kendrick or
Nice.
That's
helmet.
Ah,
Kendrick, man.
love the
Yeah,
Oh,
face mask too.
yeah,
sir.
Birdcage. He had such swag, man. He brought so much energy to the game, man. I loved watching him play. And
That's
like fucking shit. I miss Kendrick on the Niners, but man, he got paid out in the wing, man. So much respect.
I get that bread.
Got to.
What was your first game you've actually gone to, like for the Raiders? Like, do you remember it?
Shit, I don't even know. It had to been actually. It might have been like JUCO.
Oh yeah.
Might have been JUCO days because I didn't. Like I said, I mean, anytime they played, I mean, they played in the town, so it's like I really wasn't out there like that because I'm from out
Hmm.
here. And then we didn't make no trips up to Seattle. I went to actually, you know what's crazy? You remember, you know, Primey,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dean.
me and Primey, because like he's big Raider fan, his family's Raider
Yep.
fans. And I went to a couple games with him. We used to tailgate and all that stuff, and then go to the games.
That was awesome, man. So you don't want like I know you don't revolve your day around watching football, but is there a setup you have when you're watching your Raiders?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is like, I mean, you gotta have the hat, the jersey. So you gotta have some Raider colors. The crazy thing is you know how, or I mean, Niner fans do the same thing, but no matter where you go, if you're watching football, you wear your Raider shit. Like it
Mm,
could be a Lions whatever game at Buffalo Wild Wings, NFL Sunday, you're wearing Raider gear. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
just
yeah.
you as a Raider. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no matter where we go, if it's a Super Bowl on, all our families decked out in Raider gear.
Yep.
My
Yeah.
daughter, my son, my girl, like we're all Raider geared no matter who's playing. I mean, obviously we're not playing shit, but but yeah, we always wearing the Raider gear.
That's what's up, man. Durant.
Oh, I'm good with this section. I'm ready to move on.
Yes, sir. All right. Before you say it, me and Duran, we'd like to guess your favorite player of the Raiders or overall, but I'm gonna go with the Raiders right now. So good Duran, I'll let you go first.
To me, there's only one answer to this, and it's Seawood.
For
I'm
all
gonna huh?
You talking about all-time Raider fan?
Yeah.
All-time
Yeah,
Raider fan?
All-time Raider.
favorite player. I'm gonna roll with my original guess.
Let's hear it.
Actually, nah, man. I'm gonna throw a wild card out there. I'm gonna go
Uh-oh.
with Randy Moss.
Okay. Oh, Randy Raider.
Go with Randy.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Like, I mean,
It was Kerry Collins, wasn't
no,
it?
really though, my favorite player was Rich Gannon, man.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and
The
that, I mean,
crusty
obviously,
ass of
I'm
your
not a
pads.
quarterback, but I think it was like when he came to the Raiders, he's the one that like actually put us on and like really like had it like clicking. You know what I mean? Obviously, Tim Brown, being a receiver, Marcus Allen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like as a running back, when I was a running back, because he was there older, but he was there a short time. So it was like
Mhm.
that's when I was a running back, and then I kind of transitioned to a receiver later. So I kind of appreciated Tim Brown a little bit more. Shit, even Jerry was out there with his old ass for a
Yep.
little, you know what I'm
Shit, he had
saying?
dreads back here, dude. Shit.
Exactly. And then I mean, shit, it's just like we got all kinds of sad, you know what I mean? Like you get
Mhm.
who else was a Raider back then?
Carson
Back
Palmer.
then, Tyrone Wheatley, Gardner, Jerry Rice, Tim Brown.
Damn, Tyrone Wheatley, man. Shit.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it was like, I mean, even Namdi.
Shit.
Nomney. Yep.
Yeah,
Silent
Namdi when
killer,
he
man.
was a Raider, he was doing his shit. But when he went to Philly, I think it
Yep.
was,
Yeah.
uh-uh, I don't
Nah.
know.
Shit, man. He had
I
too many
really,
Philly cheesesteaks or something, man. He was looking sluggish.
yeah, I
Didn't
I
look
don't
think it was
know.
the
good.
scheme. He
People
was
weren't
a
scared of
man to
him.
man
People weren't
dude.
scared of him, man.
It's tough. I mean, and that's what's crazy because the scheme will make you or break
Yep.
you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like shit. I mean, when I was in college, we ran the run and shoot.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That made me, you know what I mean? They gave me an opportunity for a short ass fucking receiver to go for 1,000 yards. Well, shit, even at the JUCO, I mean, we ran
Hmm.
the damn near run and shoot, like
Mm-hmm.
spread,
Yeah.
like air
Old
raid
school
offense.
fucking Texas Tech shit.
Bro, that was perfect for me. You know what I'm
Yep.
Hmm.
saying? That is the offense for me. You know what I'm saying? If I go to a pro style offense, you know, a short receiver on the outside or even in the slot, like it's not really gonna get no love like that. You feel me? So I think that even the schemes, even like Revis,
Hmm.
you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? When he was sitting in that low cover two and he can kind of like, you know, play the cover two and pick the flat and then still kind of help out the safety in the top end. It's like that's where he was real comfortable. When he gets real man to man, I mean, I don't know. He did have a little hamstring injuries and shit like that, but it's like when he got more man to man, it was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's not as Revis Island as you thought, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yep.
But
A recent example is Hassan Reddick was playing or got drafted by Arizona. He wasn't doing much there. Once he goes to Philly, he becomes damn near all pro.
oh yeah,
They set him up with those big dudes inside and let him do his thing coming off the edge. And man, that system just fit him so much better.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
look, shit. Look at Wes Welker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fucker better be a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like he was in where was he at? Miami.
Yep.
Yeah, he was Chargers, Miami.
Dallas.
He did whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yep.
whatever. He was out there. But when he went to New England, with Tom Brady, and they had
Mm-hmm.
it doing all that little jerk routes and all that, like, oh yeah, you're a Hall of Famer. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like same with Julian Edelman.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, we played against him.
Yep.
Were you on the team when we played against him?
Yeah, I was on the sideline.
Bruh. Hey, the code, bruh, he was a quarterback when he played against us.
Oh, okay.
He was the coldest. I was like, oh, who is this dude? But
Shit. And he
but
won the
yeah,
league. He even played a couple games at fucking DB too, bro.
yeah, he was a San Mateo. He was the San Mateo quarterback, and then went to I think like Kent State
Yeah,
or
he went to
Kent
Mm-hmm.
Kent State as a quarterback, got picked up
quarterback,
as
and
a
then
receiver, and then
receiver,
like,
threw a couple passes, played DB.
yeah,
You know, shit,
He's a
crazy.
dog. I want to bring it back to Rich Gannon, though.
Yeah,
I think that's a pretty good choice. I'm looking back here at the Raiders record throughout the years. He was the last one that took you guys to 3 straight playoffs
oh yeah.
appearances, and then of course the Super Bowl appearance. But yeah, Rich Gannon, he was doing his thing back then.
I mean, and that's what's crazy. It was like I think the Raiders were, I mean, spoken like every other Raider, but I think the Raiders would have been almost like the Patriots if the Patriots didn't, if we didn't have that rule because we were creating so much momentum even Gruden was locked in. I mean, I think it was his beef with the top end and Gruden, and that's why he left. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the thing is like, look at that whole momentum shift. Like we get tricked off in the AFC Championship to go to the Super Bowl. We would have won that shit. We go to the Super Bowl and get blown out by our ex-coach. You know what I'm saying? Like we was just having so much momentum, but that shit just got stuck, and then everything was just downhill after that. Then we want to draft Jamarcus Bumbles and fucking waste hella picks and do and then okay, no disrespect to my boy Darius Hayward Bay, but come on, man. We have Crabtree, a two-time Biletnikoff winner, and we're not gonna pick him because he doesn't run a 4.32. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's when I knew it was really fucked up.
Then got him at the end.
I'm like, bruh.
I knew it was fucked up when you guys let go of Lane Kiffin because he wanted to draft Calvin Johnson, and y'all said no, we want Jamarcus because he can throw from his knee. Like,
exactly. That's true. That is true. But we just compounded it when fucking. I'm like, come on, bro. Crabtree just dominated college football as a receiver, and we have the opportunity to get him, but then we get this dude that just runs fast. Like that's cool. I'm with that. You feel me? But it's like
no hands, no mitts.
Listen, if it was close and Bay was like a blazer, okay, let's go. Let's use some speed. But it wasn't even close statistical wise. It wasn't even close skill wise. I was like, what the fuck? Matter of fact, I was like, who is this dude? And like I said, no disrespect to him because he's a baller, regardless of what everybody says. Anybody that gets to the league is a baller. But I'm just saying, compared to Crabtree at the time, apples and oranges.
I mean, y'all ended up getting Crabtree. It worked out. He was a good number 2.
And that's like we got Jerry Rice too. Like, I'm not saying, and he did his thing, but it's like, come on, man. Why can't we get Crabtree from the jump, man?
Yeah, I feel you. Where do you feel like Max Crosby is on this all-time or your favorite Raider of all time list? I feel like he's the fan favorite now, and he just keeps moving up that list.
Oh, I rock with him. I rock with him because, I mean, he is a Raider. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at him and you're like, oh yeah, he's a Raider. You know what I'm saying? For one, and two is like, bro, he's such an underdog. You know, he slept on, overlooked, and then he came in, and then they're like, wait, who is this dude? It's all pro now. You feel me? He's a baller. So, and he just does what he just goes to work. It's consistent. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's kind of what we need. We need consistency in the trenches, you know, O-line for sure and D-line, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Crosby coming out of East Michigan, and I remember just seeing him like, okay, this guy has a motor. You know, he needs to put a little bit more tools together. You know, he needs to flash his hands a little bit more, then they'll go. And then
he did it.
he started doing it, started working. And one thing I did like is that as soon as he got in the league, he reached out to the vets from like other teams. I'm like, that's okay. You know, pick their brains. And as soon as he did, they put him together with Chandler Jones, and man, he took off.
Yeah.
I like what he does too. He kind of has that like shithead mentality, kind of like how Romanowski used to have.
He's a Raider.
That little cheap shot here and there, you know, and I like that, especially against Mahomes, bro.
I mean, I watched that little thing. I mean, but that's just them dudes is crybabies, man. Like you can't even breathe on a motherfucker too much. Especially don't be a good quarterback in the NFL. Like you a prima donna. Like, oh, you put your arm on my chest after the play. Like, don't do that. What you mean, bro? Like,
come on, Max, you can't do that, bro. You put your hand on my chest. Like, dude, exactly. Shut the fuck up, bro.
And then too, though. But watch this, though. Yeah. What if he thinks you're about to throw? He lets up and you hit him with the hand, and then you're gone. And now you're gonna be like, I'm him. It's like, okay. Now I gotta blow your kneecap out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly what happened to Kenny Pickett in college, man. Like he went to go slide, and everyone's like, all right, I'm gonna let up. And then he takes faked off, and he's like, you're gonna slide. We can't hit you.
Yeah, that should have been down right there. But I mean, I like anybody that does that little extra. As long as come on now. Obviously, every single player knows some dirty shit, diving at kneecaps and like doing twisting and turn. Like everybody knows that dirty shit. But I'm gonna definitely put my hand in your chest every single time. If you cry about it, like good, because the more you complain about it, the more I'm in your head, and the more you're gonna think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Good. I like players that aren't afraid to like Mahomes, like you're a superstar, you're a baller, but I don't care. I'll put my hand in Tom Brady's chest too. Like what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I hate that little fake humbleness by Patrick Mahomes, man. Like you ain't humble. Like I hear you on the quarterback, dude. I'm
Yeah,
here. It's like, calm down, man.
yeah. You be yapping a lot, which is cool. Like I'm with that. Like I don't care if you yap. I don't care if you in my face talking shit. Like this is my field, that whatever. That's cool. But I'm okay. But don't be crying when my hand is in your chest. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I don't do. I'm not going helmet to helmet. I'm not doing all the extra. But like, yeah, you're gonna get an extra little. I'm here. You know, so you're
Mhm.
him, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Is there a Raider that you may seem that's either on the team now or in past that's like underrated or like doesn't get appreciated enough?
Um, I would say. I mean, he gets a. I don't know. I mean, Josh Jacobs. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
think that he gets appreciated, but it's like, bro, like build this team around him. Like give him the ball more, get some a couple more old linemen that are gonna be solid. So because all he needs is a little crease. Like, bro, he giving you 1,000+ yards on some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Like build the team around him. Because really though, like obviously I'm a receiver and I'm a passing guy. But it's like, bro, if you got a great running back, that's only going to open up the receiving because now they got to respect it. They got to put another person in the box. They got to put a linebacker out there when we got a slot. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he
Mhm.
can catch the ball and run. Like, he can be a receiver. And, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think we should revolve our offense around Jacobs and shit, rock with that.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I think the other guy that we mentioned a little bit earlier, Nomney, I feel like he's a little forgotten about. It's like, man, he was the dude. He was
Yeah,
the dude for a minute.
he is forgotten. But
Yep.
I mean, shit, that's what happens, man. If you know what I'm saying, is you are as you or you're good as your last game or whatever. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's like if he would have went out in Philly and kind of like did his thing and then
Mm-hmm.
like slowly got up out the league, but it was just like a abrupt stop. It was like Namdi Asumwa, like clamp, Raider, get paid big bread, go to Philly, and then it's like, huh?
Yep. That was it.
Yeah.
That
That
No,
was
was
man.
it.
it. I think how long was he there for? Like I want to say like
He was really like 2 or 3 years, and the Niners picked him up for like the vet minimum. That's when I knew like his career's over. I was like, damn,
yeah.
dude, vet minimum.
Well, what happened was he went over there that first year and got barbecue chicken, got cooked, and
Yeah.
got exposed. And they're like, wait, what the fuck? I thought this dude was the man to man.
Yeah, it was 2 years.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
was like, ooh. Yeah, that first
Uh,
year,
Now he's making movies.
hey,
is he?
Yeah.
do your
On
thing. Make
Amazon
that
Prime.
bread.
2011. 2011 and 2012. I was wondering if he got caught up in that Chip Kelly bullshit, but he didn't. That was Andy Reid's days, man. He had a chance.
Yeah. Especially a
Yep.
coach like Andy Reid, man. I thought maybe you play your ass off with that guy. But
Yep. All right, we're going to move on a little bit. Do you have a
yes, sir.
favorite memory being a Raiders fan? It could be a playoff win, a comeback, a game you were at, anything like that.
I would say what's a Raider memory? This is it was more recent. Actually, when I went to a game with Prime,
Yeah.
game with Primey, and we got a little hydrated the night before.
Yeah.
So I was cooked. Like I don't even know how we made it to the town, but we get to the game. We're kind of tailgating everything. We go into the game, and we're close to the black hole. We're not in the black hole, but we're close to it. And I'm like, I'm already like, I'm hungover. I'm drunk. And the game is like first quarter, and I'm knocked. I'm like,
Yep.
I'm like, I couldn't even stand. This dude, face paint, shoulder pads,
The
everything. Like,
Violator.
yeah, just a real Raider dude. It's like, wake your ass up. You ain't be sleeping in the game. I'm like, oh shit, tighten up. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of funny. But then the whole game I was good. Like that shit.
That was me during that Colorado game this past weekend. I told G that game went on for so damn long. I was sitting at the bar just tipping them back.
Yeah, it was
Shit.
like it's tough. I mean, like you out here. I mean, those are the things. It's just the atmosphere of the games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
we had an actual game. Um, you've been at college games are fun. You actually played in games, but just being a fan for a little bit. Because for me, it's like I've always played, so it's like I've
Mhm.
never like really been in the stands and like
Mm-hmm.
cheered somebody on or got to enjoy that. You feel me? So um, any game I get to, shit where I get to drink a couple beers and kind of analyze the game from a fan point of view.
Yeah. How excited were you when you guys made that trade for Devontae? Seemed like it was the perfect situation coming in with Carr. He was excited. I feel like he was just as excited as the fans.
I think and shit, my piece of my heart broke when we they did him dirty. When I feel like they did do him dirty. I think that Carr, people be hating on Carr, uh, either check down Carr, whatever they call him, or just little shit like
Game
that. But it's like,
manager.
yeah, it's like, bro, he was balling, and you didn't protect him. You didn't draft solid O
Lineman.
linemen
Yeah.
around him, and 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 he snapped his fucking ankle. You know what I'm saying? He broke his back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like that plays a role. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a little different when my back is messed up and my ankle, and now I'm getting the ball out. Okay, I don't care what
Yep.
y'all say. I got the best D lineman in the country coming at me every single time. I'm getting the ball out, right? And I think that bringing Devontae Adams was a spark plug for him, right? I mean, didn't he have like 1,100 yards or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
for sure.
like, come on, like, what you
Yeah.
mean? That's what the Raiders' problem is they never just let nothing just marinate a little bit and cook
Mm-hmm.
up. We get,
From coaches.
yeah, we try to like buy the quick fix, and it's like, bro, that does not work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We could have let this marinate. Now, I mean, obviously, Ruggs wanted to go out here and fucking kill people and shit, but it's like,
Yeah.
bro,
Arnett.
that was a good pickup. That was a
Mm-hmm.
good draft pick. I think that was on the right path. That was kind of like the Devontae Adams, right? Giving Carr some weapons, right? So
Mm-hmm.
gave him some weapons. Obviously, he tricked it off. Both of them together would have been a nice little mix
Oh,
with
hell
James
yeah.
in the backfield. Now
Yep.
we're doing something. You feel me? But then it's like you get rid of Gruden, get rid of Carr. You
Mm-hmm.
know, Adams is like, bro. The reason why I came over here was Carr. Like, you
Yep.
feel me?
Mhm.
So I mean, to keep him happy, it's like it's hand off and throw it to Devontae Adams. Hand off.
Yep.
I don't think anybody else needs to touch the ball.
Yeah, I heard just watching the Saints this weekend, they were saying Derek Carr never had a top 20 defense his whole career in Oakland, Vegas, whatever. And I was like, no shit, a top 20. They couldn't help him out at all his whole career.
Give me the ball back one time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, I like I said earlier, much respect to Jimmy G. I'm never gonna hate on him, but I put David Carr ahead of him, just or Derek Carr ahead of him because he was a better athlete. I thought he had a stronger arm. I thought he was more accurate, and he's just a leader. Like he reached out to his team. He reached out to even when AB was on this team for a little bit. He reached out to him, said, "Come stay with me." Jimmy ain't doing that. Jimmy didn't do that with the Niners. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And like he's just not the best teammate. And like, yeah, you hear these stories like, oh man, well he came in and turned the offense around. Really? I don't
Mm.
see it. I'm not seeing it. Really?
He had a solid ass team, but I mean, I mean, that was a lateral down move, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, if
Yeah.
at best a lateral move, right? If you're gonna get rid of Carr, like let's level up. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't want to disrespect nobody in the league, but that was a lateral move at best.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they can't all be steps up. You know, some be lateral. So I'm just curious, what is like probably like your worst memory as being a Raider fan? Like one that like
The
just
Super
stabbing the
Bowl,
gut into it. The
the
Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl. I mean,
Super Bowl.
well, I think it was more of like the tuck
was
rule, you
Yeah.
okay.
know, but like it was like because I remember watching the game, I'm like, it's a wrap. The game's over. Let's go. Like the game is over, and they're like, wait, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. The script said that we need Tom Brady, and so but I was like crushed with that. But then it was
Mhm.
like it doesn't matter. We're Raiders, right? We have a solid team. Boom. What do we do? Beat the fuck out of everybody. We make it to the Super Bowl and get blown out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it's like, what the fuck? And then I was like, okay, that was sick. Like, you feel me? That was sick. Let's run it back. But then it's like the team just started dissipating, and then it was just like we just never recovered from there.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean the shit at the Super Bowl was so crazy. I mean, I think the night before your starting center went
Yeah.
AWOL.
Yeah,
Fucking y'all stayed out hella late from what I'm hearing. And it's just and who was the coach? Callahan
Not
right?
sure. Playing
I think
it, probably playing against Gruden.
Playing against Green. I think it's Brian Callahan, whatever. But man, he didn't really change up the game plan. Gruden like knew everything that was coming at him.
and that's what I'm saying though. Like, bro, you got the head coach that is all football. You feel me? Like that knows every tendency, every player, every formation, everything. And it's just like he's looking at he's like, wait, this is this formation. All right, this is the defense are running. Oh yeah, that stopped that.
Hmm.
Like that was easy to tell because we got blown out. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like if it was a close game or some shit, you could tell like it was tough to coach against the coach that knows all your shit. But it was like it didn't seem like you adjusted anything.
No.
Wasn't it like
Yeah,
40? It was like 45 to like,
48-21.
yeah.
huh?
48-21.
Oh,
And Raiders only had 9 points until the fourth quarter.
oh my God.
Jesus.
So it was pretty much a blowout from the beginning. But that's something that I don't. Will that ever happen again? A coach leaving and then going, getting traded to the team that he plays in the Super Bowl the next year.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing. He
mean,
was traded. I forgot
yeah,
about
it's.
that. I
Yeah.
wasn't the first round draft pick for him. Was it Nomney or was it Seabass?
I'm not sure. I don't
That
know
might
what
be that might be one of my favorite Raiders too, right there.
Seabass. Hell yeah.
I
Gronkowski.
mean, y'all special teams is coming up. It's like you guys had Seabass and Leckler, right?
Yep.
Now you guys have Carlson and who's your punter's name? What's your punter's name?
I don't
Not
even know.
sure.
Yeesh. Yeah, but
But
the special team is killing it.
Seabass is definitely a good one.
Raider, yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite Raider ever. But I think, of course, losing the Super Bowl, Tuck Rule are at the top of that list for worst memories. How do you feel about the whole AB fiasco? Remember, it was during, of course, the Hard Knocks uh, year where he'd
Farting on
come in
chiropractors
and
and
he was
shit.
pretty much the main character in a series that he became the super villain.
Yeah, I mean, AB, I mean, he should be a Hall of Famer,
Oh, for sure.
from
He's
his
one of the
stats,
Yeah.
best. Yeah.
Yeah.
his ass, and he's obviously ended his career very, very short. He's still a Hall of Famer. Like, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? He just got other shit going on. You feel me?
Yep.
I don't want to speak for him. Like he got other shit going on.
Yep.
And no one knows everybody's like, oh, he's a piece of shit, oh, he's a problem, but it's like, bro, no one knows what he got going on that make that man do what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe all that crazy stuff that he got going on now was what made him have 10 seasons with 1,000 yards. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Maybe he do have CTE and
Yep.
the
Same
shit
was going on
scrambled
with
up.
Chandler Jones too.
You know what I mean? It's like, but everybody want to look like is he just a nut. But
Yeah.
what if his is shit? I don't know. Something up in his brain ain't firing right, and that's normal to him, but it's obviously not normal to society or whatever. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I never want to like judge nobody because like I said, I've never been around him. Never, I don't know a situation, but I mean, definitely, I wish that he was still playing ball, shit, playing for the
Yeah.
Raiders.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
just
That
I'm
that
just
was
curious
crazy.
because you talked about AB, a dynamic receiver coming over to the Raiders. Randy Moss, he was my favorite receiver growing up. Loved him. Begged my mom to get the shoes. I got him. You know, took care of him. Fucking wore him everywhere.
Oh yeah.
You guys got him. I'm just curious. How did it feel when you got him, and then hearing that he flew on his bye week to go watch Tom, saying, "Come get me."
I mean, it's a Raider thing, right? I mean,
Shit.
anybody that I know that I've talked to that's played for the Raiders, it's just shitty facilities, shitty head office, shitty. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
not a good situation, and so it's like as a professional athlete, right?
Mhm.
They expect us to be professional, right? And conduct ourselves in certain ways and dress certain ways and act certain ways. It's like, well, then as a professional athlete, we expect our employers to conduct themselves in certain ways and act certain ways,
Hmm.
and so it's like, especially a superstar like that, that's Randy Moss, bro. Like you gotta,
Mhm.
that's the red carpet treatment. Like he needs his own locker room for himself. You know, what do you need? You need your Timberland boots. You need to go fishing on your fishing trips. Like, what do you need, bro? Like, but you know, the Raiders are like, oh, here's your little probably cage locker right next to everybody else.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, this and that. And so Randy's like, bro, I'm Randy Moss, bro. They got
Yeah.
sayings after me. Like, I'm gonna go and go win a Super Bowl. Like, I don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck y'all talking about. So I mean, I don't blame him. You know what I mean? Like, I wish it worked out. I loved having him, but it was like it's one of those things where you, if you when you've played the game, you understand like shit. That's how it be.
Yep. You know any players that have played for Dallas? How they feel about there?
Um,
I feel like they love it. I think the media gives them a lot of shit, but all the players are like, "Oh, I've never been taken better care of.
yeah,
Jerry
I mean,
handles it."
yeah, I mean, because you know, I think it's the highest grossing
Yeah.
team and it's America's
America's team.
team.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I mean, look at the facilities. Like, bro, I'm talking about if you, it's like anybody with a regular job, right? If you go into your job and you walk in and it's dingy and dark and gloomy and there ain't no coffee machine and the bathrooms are stank, you're gonna be like, and you could get paid cool, but you're like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? This is
Yep.
weak. And the
It's
management is acting funny. Or
kind of
you
like
go, huh?
Amari Cooper. He was at Alabama at those facilities,
Yeah.
gets
Shit.
drafted to the Raiders at the old Oakland facility, and then has to come in and deal
Having
with
to
that.
pay
It's
for
like,
soda and shit.
He's like,
dog,
what?
that was such a downgrade.
He was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of baller Raiders, they're
Hey.
going right there. You feel me? I'm
Yep.
gonna put him up there too.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
hey, listen, I appreciate and I understand. I appreciate every Raider baller that's we've picked up and that served their time, did their bid, served their time as a
Yep.
Raider. You know what I'm saying? And I wish the best for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because obviously, you know, it's not easy.
Let's.
Even my boy can't. I don't want to speak their names, but one of the guys that I train, he's an O lineman, but he played for the Raiders, and he's just like, bro, it was the worst.
Yeah.
It was the worst organization. That's what he said. As a
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
for like three teams, and he's like, it was like the worst organization. And I'm like,
Shit.
I mean, that's the only thing I've ever heard from any player that I've ever trained or talked to.
Have you seen the report cards that have been coming out from the NFLPA lately? The last couple years, where
Yeah.
they survey all of the NFL players and they grade training facilities, coaching staff, they food, travel, they do it all. And I mean, Raiders, I think, have taken some big leaps in that category, but
Ever
right
since
now
the
it's Arizona is at the bottom, and teams that just, man, like Arizona, they have to pay for like Gatorades they take out of the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's
I
like the
will,
hotel service where it's like, hey
Yep.
man, don't pick up those peanuts because you're gonna have to pay for
There's rats in the locker room or
Yeah.
in the training facility.
it.
Yeah,
Or it could
like,
be like Washington, man, poop pipes bursting and shit.
yep.
I
So
mean,
it,
look, I don't. I mean, that might be just one of them things, but it's like my boy that plays for Washington, Cole Turner. He's
mhm.
he got drafted 2 years ago, um, and no, he got packed up this year. No, last year.
Mhm.
And he loves it out there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously the Raiders better. I mean, I've been to the new stadium a few times, and
Oh, sick.
it doesn't fit. It feels like a fucking like a hotel, like a glamorous hotel. You feel me? It's like, what the hell? This don't even feel like the Raider. You know,
Yeah.
I'm used to like uh
Oakland.
oh yeah, I'm like this
Yeah.
is like
How's a black hole? Is there a black hole over there?
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like when I was there, I was like, this is so like it was nice. It was
Mhm.
like they got the nice little bars, the little lounge areas. You feel I never seen their like locker room and facilities, but I mean I'm assuming they got brand new
Yeah, top notch.
so I mean,
So
yeah,
it went from a black hole to a silver hole.
yeah. It's a little silver, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's really nice. It's beautiful out there.
Let's move on to some brighter and better days. How you feeling about the team this year? You think they're going to make a push?
You
Are
guys are
there
one
any
on one now.
youngsters or free agents that you feel good about?
Um, I it's like kind of how we started the conversation. Is the AFC's down right now. You know what I'm saying? That first week, a lot of AFC teams lost, which
Mm-hmm.
was good, and we won. So I was like, okay, cool. And we beat the Broncos. So I was like, extra cool. You feel me?
Yep.
Chiefs lost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Broncos lost. The Chargers lost, and we won. So I was like, let's go. This week it was a little different. We played one of the top AFC teams, and we got our ass whooped. There's some bright spots, but we ain't ready for that.
Yep.
But I think it's going to be one of those things this year. Realistically, it's going to be like, maybe the Chiefs are down a little bit, the Broncos are down a little bit, the
Mm-hmm.
Chargers are down a little bit, and so that kind of levels us out, and we can battle. Make a little push. Because really though, I think it's just we need to get over that hump and just get to the fucking playoffs. Like
Yeah.
we always been so close, and it was like, come on, bro. It's been years. Like
Yep.
make the playoffs one time. You feel me? It's like so. I think that this is definitely could be a year where we do make that push, especially if the AFC continues to not be as tough as it has in previous years.
All right. So you guys got Pittsburgh next. The defense looks solid. Offense looks like shit. Um, what's your expectations against them?
I mean, Pittsburgh defense is solid. I mean, I know they gave up a little. Who they just played? The Brown? No,
Browns.
they played the Browns, right?
Yeah, yeah. They played Niners first, and then they played the Browns.
Yeah. So I mean, that was a little battle for them. You feel me? I
Yeah.
think it was a close game. I mean, I think defense they're solid. I think offense they're kind of like I think they're kind of like us, the Raiders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like defense they're cool. Offense they're all
Mid.
right at times. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I think it'll be a good game. And that's kind of like a little like not rival game. You know what I'm saying for um Pittsburgh and Oakland, or maybe I just know a lot of Pittsburgh fans that don't fuck with Oakland fans. So, but I think that would be a good game. Actually, my boy Quan got
Yeah,
picked
he's on Pittsburgh.
Oh,
picked.
nice.
So I hope
Yes.
he makes 15 tackles, but I hope he win the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's still rocking those red dreads too, man. That was sick. I love seeing that red
Boy,
at that hat, man. But I'm just curious. Our conversation started, when we mentioned Jimmy G. How short is his leash? Because I'm just gonna say this, and I know it's preseason, but Aiden O'Connell, he looks solid. Looks like Officer Favre, throws like Brett Favre. He's looking solid. He looked composed. He looked like he take a hit. He's big, and he's got wheels. You
I,
know,
I think that I think that he I think that he holds a big dynamic. He can move, he can throw. I think me personally, I think Jimmy G's gonna get a few for sure. A medium leash, we'll say.
okay,
Like see if he's out here shitting the bed 5 weeks in a row, it's like, come on, you got to go. But I mean, he's gonna get Pittsburgh. He's gonna get the next game, and it's like it's his job to lose. You feel me?
Yep.
Like, he could do. He doesn't have to go crazy, but you just can't be that shitty. You know what I'm saying? Like even if we lose the games and he's just not that shitty, I think he's gonna be the starter for the whole season. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Can't be the reason.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Um, but I mean, it's one of those things where you hope the young man, gets an opportunity to get a couple passes and he does his job and sits his ass back out and then gets another opportunity, does his job, and one of those like Brett Favre thing or not Aaron Rodgers or
Zach Wilson.
Tom Brady thing,
Yep,
go out. This is your time, young man. Go ahead, ball
yep,
out and don't look back,
yeah, for sure. Because I mean, Jimmy G, he's already nursing a bum ankle, and
I don't
that's
even know
one
how we
thing.
paid him. Did he? I swear they said he didn't clear the physical or something like that.
It
Yeah,
was
I don't
week
think he did.
one. He got hurt again.
Yeah, I think pretty sure it's the same ankle. And one thing that I think it was our Super Bowl year with him, and I was like, oh, stoked. Okay, Jimmy G's this what's up. And then like the podcast came out with Julian Edelman, another guy we just talked about. He said like we're getting ready for practice, and they said, "Hey Jimmy, can you throw?" He goes, "Well, no, my shoulder, I can't throw." And he's over there just like kind of doing other stuff with his shoulder and everything that. And then he's like, "That's how I know that Jimmy wasn't a dude. He's not a guy." And I
Who
was
said
like,
that?
"Shit, dude, that's your old teammate saying
Edelman.
that." Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and that that's tough because I mean that was when he was in the Patriots. You talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, they're dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like that's why I respect Bill Belichick because he's like, who trying to win?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care who you are, what you look like. Can you execute what the fuck I got going on? Can you execute this game plan? Right? Everybody's always like, oh my God, he's 6'5". Oh my God, he runs 4'3". It's like, bro, he's weak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta be a bum to really look at some guy and be like, that's the answer. Like real recognize real what I'm trying to say though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like when you see some dude and you're like, yeah, he's a baller. He might not have all the intangibles, but he can go. And that's what Bill Belichick seen with Element and Wes Welker and shit, all them dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but with Jimmy G, that's probably why he didn't really last that long because it was like, bro, you ain't gonna fit in here, bro. We don't play that weak ass shit. You feel me? Like
Mm-mm.
we're all hurt. we all feel uncomfortable, but we're here to win a Super Bowl. And if you ain't about that, you know what I'm saying, then you gotta skedaddle. You feel me? So that
The
might
lock
be
the locker room knows, man.
oh yeah, guaranteed.
Yeah.
They
For
know.
real.
That shit
Yeah.
spreads around.
Yep. I
Another
think I
other
know
thing.
where you stand on this, but
Yep.
next year coming up, Josh Jacobs, you gonna pay him up or are you gonna let him walk?
Man, pay that man.
Pay him.
Pay him. I think it's one of those things that's like that's the problem with the Raiders. No one wants to stay. No one feels valued. No one, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I just gave you 3 years, 4 years of all pro or top five of my position. And you're just like, well, I think I see something shinier over here. Let me go do that.
Yeah.
Or, hey, like, we can't pay you that much. And you're like, wait, what do you mean? Like, the Vikings just paid this guy 60 million. And
Mm.
I have way better stats than him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like what? Like the people that ball out reward them with the paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Build around them. Pay Carr, pay some O linemen, pay
Pay
Josh
O
Jacobs.
lineman.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like I understand well what happened is it was that running back shit, right? It's
Mm.
like, you pay Zeke, he injuries, you pay Saquon injury, you pay
Le'Veon Bell.
Bell, Gurley. That's what really
Mm-hmm.
tore
Gurley,
well,
yep. Might have started it.
they knew he had some fucked up knees though, so
Yep.
they tricked it off themselves. But it's like you cash him out, and then he's done. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, every time we cash out running back, they're ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like that's expendable. There's a lot of good running backs out there. We got to pay the quarterbacks. Receivers. Aren't getting as hurt as often, right? DBs and shit like that. But it's like that hurt the running back going into this coming year.
I
Yeah.
need to get some linemen for sure. Just because, I mean, I know it ain't a sexy pick, but man, having those
What?
husky bruskies up front. So
Hey man, if you play football, it's the big dogs, right? And
Yep.
I'm a skill position player, like all that. Like everything look, if you have an old lineman, you can have an average running back, you can have an average quarterback, and you can have average receivers
mhm.
if you have good old linemen.
Mm-hmm.
If you have shitty old linemen, you can have great quarterback, great receivers, great running back, and it's all bad, and you have a terrible team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like pay these big dogs so they,
We just saw it with Aaron Rodgers.
yeah,
Yep. Nothing matters if the O line sucks.
yeah, nothing
Hey,
matters.
I got one
Huh?
more question. It's
Yep.
off the Raiders, but I mean, obviously, you play ball. I'm just curious, man. Durant talked about it. So, what do you think how do you feel about what Prime's doing right now?
He's a dude. He listen. He's doing what he's been doing.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, and that's what's crazy. Like people see Prime, especially probably like the younger generation that really didn't grow up with him and know how he is. They're like, oh my god, he's this and this. It's like, bro, go look at film or interviews or when he got drafted. Like, go look at him at Florida State. Go look at him at when he got drafted. Go look at him when he played in the league. He's always been like this.
Mm-hmm.
He was probably worse and more disrespectful back then. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was like that's what's crazy, but I love it because it's that Prime effect. Like people like it doesn't matter what he does. He gets the people or the players to play for him. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? He squeezes every ounce of everything. Like I want to go to Colorado that went 0-12 because I want to play for Prime and I want to run through a brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm from Alabama that has multiple championships, but I see opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's big time. I mean, that's bigger. I think that what he's doing now is bigger than what he did when he played because when he played, he was essentially affecting himself, right? Like obviously, he was making himself better, being a Hall of Famer, being a legend, obviously supporting his family financially. But think of like all the kids and the family, in the school, the community of Boulder, the economy out there, like just with one game, like he's affecting everything. So I think he's doing 1,000 times more beneficial now than he ever did as a player. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. He's the ultimate players coach, but any player knows that you've never been on a good team with the easy coach.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna push you. You got to have a hard ass coach to win, and that's just the way it is.
Greatness.
Yeah,
but that's what I love about it because he's like, no, I'm not playing that bullshit. Because people think it's all sweet and flashy, and here's some glasses, or we doing this and all that. Like, no, bro. Like, look at their practices. Probably they demand greatness.
Yep, every day.
Now, hey, you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good, they pay good, right? He understands that. So he understands that I know these players like the little jewelry or the glasses or the this and this. But it's like you better fucking earn that and you better show me that you deserve that. You feel me? Because I guarantee you this, if they would have dropped that L to Colorado State, I guarantee give me them glasses back. Give me them cars back. Give me all that back.
Yeah, ping pong out the locker room.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they still went in on him and said, "Hey, we can be better, whatever." But I mean, bro, like that was the picture perfect, right? He went in there. Everybody thought they were gonna blow them out. Colorado said, "Hell no!" Nah. It was a fucking battle. He had a scrape to come from behind. He made it happen, and he won.
Lost his best player.
Yeah, lost his best player, and he won. Like you know what I'm saying? Like. And kept their composure. You feel me? It's like
there you go.
A cheap shot, took their best player out, offense and defense. And so now they're like, okay, what are we gonna do? We're in hostile environment, or not? I mean, they're at home, but it's like hostile with Colorado State.
Yeah,
best player goes out. This is the first time my best player's been out. I just adjust and it showed, right? You know what's crazy? It's his son, the quarterback. He didn't play that way. He was
Shador.
He looked timid. He didn't run. He didn't use his feet. And then when he did run, he looked like he had sandbags on, bro. I'm like, bro, you're a baller, bro. And it's crazy because you are a game changer because you can run.
Yeah.
Hey, but it was like, let me stay in the pocket. Tackle, sack. Wait, what? Fumble. When I did run, it's like, bro, get up out of there.
Yeah.
But obviously, same thing. I guarantee you he's never been in that kind of situation, and then now he's learning from it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Especially with all this 7-on-7 shit. He's never been able to run. He can run, and I feel like it's in his genes. He could be fast, but he wants to be a pocket passer. I get it.
I mean, his mentor is Tom Brady.
Pocket passer is great. I love it, right? Pocket passer first. Pass.
Yep.
But if you want to be that top tier quarterback, it's pass, 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 go through your reads. And like, bro, running is a read too. It's like 1, 2, 3, gone.
Yep.
Right? It's
Yep.
not 1, 2, 3, keep looking for someone to pass. It's like 1, 2, 3, use your feet because you're athletic. Now, you might get 3 yards. Cool, let's take the 3 yards. But now what happens is, oh shit, this quarterback got out of the pocket. We need to bring this guy down. They can't just drop fucking 8 guys anymore. You know what I'm saying? And if they do drop 8 guys, now we're doing a quarterback draw. Now bring somebody in the box. Now we got holes to dissect. You feel me? So it's like you have to use your feet when it's time.
Yeah. That's it for me, G. Anything else?
Nah, that's it for me as well, man. Shout out to Icky for coming on for
Thanks for joining us, bro.
Thanks for joining us again, man. Let us know where we can find you and anything you're working on right now. Just shout it out right now. Be yourself, plug.
Man, we out here grind time fit. We're on Instagram, TikTok. I'm trying to be on all the little social media things. So shit, y'all tell me what y'all want to see me on. We got our little podcast. I got to get your boys on my podcast. Wake Your Life Up. We just talk about everything. You feel me? But stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more content on social media. And appreciate you guys, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining us, man. We'll put all the links below. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow. Shout out.
Thanks.